Ooh, baby, baby. Ooh, baby, baby. I'm just about at the end of my road. I just can't stop trying. I just can't go. Oh man, I don't even really know where to start at, man. So let me try this right quick.
Rick, and that is on the beat.
You better kill me before I kill you. You better kill me before I kill you. Quick on the trigger, I'm busting. That's what I'm gonna do. Never know my left side, got on my right side. Lean on the left side, cause that's the deaf side. That's not the best side, but I know the Lord is listening. Now that's the only way I know how to deal with the competition. I'm like a walking target, you niggas hate my guts. Cause your girlfriend, she just a dirty slut. She like the pop pill, she like the snow too. Like ain't no telling all the freaking things she can do. We on the south side, we in room 28. Video tape, so she don't scream. Break, gotcha. Got a cell phone in the ring about 30 times. Dog, calling cause I see you peeping through the blinds. You got a tagline, but I got a chopper, and I better chopper. I motherfucking stop it. You better kill me before I kill you. Quick on the trigger, that's what I'm gonna do. You better kill me before I kill you. You better kill me before I kill you. You better kill you. Quick on the trigger, I'm busting. That's what I'm gonna kill me. Cause that ain't gonna do a whole lot of niggas that'll make it happen. I wanna make it rap me for life. Give up on this weed and cocaine and all these pills. Can't give up these hoes. It's one of my biggest weaknesses. A child don't want nobody to peep me. Don't leave your girl around me. Cause I don't play no smart. Get her from the back. I'm smelling like to smell my body. Let me my body. You see a car front of that Motel 6, so now you're knocking on every door. You're trying, but you don't slap her. You're trying to, don't you know that could have costed you your life, G? You better kill me before I kill you. Quick on the trigger, I'm busting. That's what I'm gonna do. You better slow down before you fall down. Cause if you fall down, you're gonna stay down. You're about to die now. You're about to cry now. You say goodbye now. You're about to find out if it's a heaven and hell. Where you be going, cause hate me, that's why I hate you. Quick on the just what I'm gonna do. I know you see me, I wanna see you. Don't wanna be me, don't wanna be you. You niggas slow class, I'm flying first class. And I got more cash you niggas ever had. That's why you hate me, you wanna shank me, you wanna shoot me, you wanna fight me. You better kill me before I kill you. Quick on the trigger, I'm busting. That's what I'm gonna do.
You cannot fool me. You're Nani. That would be a big fight, but I know you watching the Manny Pacquiao bag.
Yes,
You are trying to get all the money you can out of Gervonta Tank Davis as possible. The PBC, Pretty Boy Company. You can't mention Al Heyman without mentioning Mayweather. I said he did. Tank. That a bitch. What's up, YouTube? What's up, world? What's up, girl? I know you're listening. Man, you know, niggas be having rough days and they still come out here on YouTube and try to give it their all, man. Man, it's just a lot to talk about, man. Any topic, especially what Canelo got going on in that video right there. I think that's Pooh Ennis. The fact that you up there even dealing with somebody like Pooh Ennis and any type of Ennis period, let me know that you taking this fight serious. Pharaoh. Oh man, no doubt. You know it's on all platforms. I'm gonna put a link in with all my underground shit at though. And all y'all gotta do is go there. I wanted to, you know what I'm saying, talk about this um Canelo out there sparring with Pooh Ennis, y'all. What y'all think about that? Ugh. Yo, he taking this fight serious. A lot of money on the line for this fight. You know, a lot of money on the line. And you know, Crawford ain't going in there to just play with Canelo. If he see an opportunity, he gonna try to split him. You know what I'm talking about? And Canelo should be on his P's and Q's because he dealing with somebody mobile. No matter how old you think Crawford is, he's still mobile than a mother level, agile like a cat, and strong as an ox. In the meantime, come on down, man. Come on to the team, Tank. We need to get him in the picture, man. We need Tank over here fighting over there. You understand me? We got Shakur Stevenson waiting. He said come over there and fuck with Turkey, man. He got the bag, man. PBC can't pay you that bag, G. Come over here fucking with Turkey, G. He said, I think about it. I think Tank thinking about it. You know, I would if I could really, put myself in another man's shoe and you all about money and that's your business. You want to get the most, not the lesser. That's even in the streets. Why would I keep buying this little bitty petty shit? Let me go and get a pound. Why I keep buying this little petty shit? Let me go and get the whole thing. Why I keep buying this petty shit? Let me get my own business. Why I keep buying from this shit? I can start my own shit. Yeah, okay, they got more over there for me. Let me get that. How much you got? Oh, that's all? Okay, you got what? Okay, let me get that. Why it can't be like that? That man said Turkey got the bag. I don't never want to underestimate, you know what I'm saying, the powers of manipulation, but we done changed. You know what I'm saying? Y'all love that street nigga shit, but you know, that's what they exude, that energy. So if you's a real street nigga, man, you see somebody like Turkey, I don't know where you from, but that's a sweet lick. That's called a victim where we from. Turkey is a victim, nigga. You got how much for me to fight who? You's a vic, cause the PBC ain't never set it out like that. You's a victim. Yeah, I want that bag, Turkey. Look what he gave Canelo. You see he in the gym with Pooh. Pooh? You know if he in there with Pooh, he gonna get in there with Boots. You know if he over there training with Boots, it's under the tutelage of Bozy. I just know he's going over there getting some work, and I like that. I like Canelo taking this fight serious. Ain't being no prima donna, ain't having no shame whatsoever going over there dealing with the brothers, the niggas. You know what I'm saying? The pinche mayantes, the prietos. You understand me? Whatever you want to call us, they know where to work at. And we know where to work at too, right? You can't go over there like when I was on the young lady channel, man. They was like boycott all the Mexican gyms. You can't do that because they not gonna do that. They gonna go over where to work at. They finna fight a slick black fighter. They need to go over here and train with some slick black fighters and that type of mentality. If you're a black man and you know you fighting this pressure fighter, you need to go over there where the gym at, where the pressure fighters at. And 9 times out of 10, you go to any Mexican gym. There's gonna be some pressure fighters up in that bitch, boy. Yes, sir. So here we go. I can't wait. That's been what I've been waiting on for a long time. I don't know about y'all. This fight gonna be lovely. Canelo out here sparring with Boots, people. You know, he already got that style from Floyd. So, he with that slick shit. You know, Crawford, he can go right or left. You don't know what lane he's switching in. And I like that, man. I like that. What video this was? Hold on, let me get this together. Yes, sir. I'm finna go to his page. Hold up. EH. All right. follow him. BHYARK23. That's the page that I seen this video on. Okay, yeah, here you go. I'm watching it. I had to slow that shit down, man, when I was watching it, man. You know I like to slow the videos down, man. So I'm watching what Canelo doing. You know, he got counted right there, okay. Oh, I'm watching it on the wrong screen, okay. He going with that work at body. He try to bring it with him. Yeah, I like that. Getting in them gyms, man. Get where the real work at. I was talking to Blunt Sports yesterday. He was like, if I was a child, what coach would be able to keep me in line the most? And I would always go to Bozy. I know Coach Calvin good, but you know, you let them boys run wild. I ain't gonna lie. You can't tell Tank what to do. He gonna do what he do. I got Bozy keeping them motherfucking boy, them young niggas over there, them Ennis brothers. They was raised with respect. They didn't fall into that talk no shit to get a Terrence Crawford fight type shit. I respect that, man. You know, you got to deal with Showtime just by a handshake. You don't even need to sign nothing. They dealing with you. You know, you can't beat that. Why would I go against that? Why would a man with that always has respect about himself go into a deal with somebody and they getting money and they feeding their family off Showtime now? Don't get me twisted now. I fought with any business trying to get their shit going off the ground, but if you dealing with somebody and your shit rolling, ain't nothing broke. What is you trying to fix something for? You know what I'm saying? That's just my opinion. My opinion matters because I would have did the same thing as Bozy. I wouldn't have took no fight with Terrence Crawford if I got to deal with BLK Prime. You know, it's about business at the end of the day, right? So if it's about business at the end of the day, then y'all got to understand Tank Davis should be at Turkey Al-Sheikh, though. Did I spell the word wrong? Y'all weren't gonna tell me I spelled training wrong. Now I gotta fix it. See what I'm saying? Niggas don't love PARTTWICE, man. I'm having a rough day. You know what I'm talking about? And I do know how to spell. So there you go. Y'all thought I wasn't gonna catch that. Man, y'all thought I wasn't gonna catch that, man. Y'all tripping. Oh man, you know Canelo in there with Pooh Ennis. We like that. We like that. Let me refresh the chat. Hit that like button for me. I like that, man. He gonna get some game. It's gonna be a great fight, man. If that's true, like, what if he really over there with them boys? Like, he ain't just going to get no here and there work, man. You really in that camp for real? Let me go back to that video, man. That's a dope video, too. Hold on. You know, I caught that shit on the whim. Yup, Canelo bringing in Boots for sparring. It's hard to get. It's hard to get a better sparring partner for a fight with Bud. Here's Boots' brother Derek Pooh Ennis sparring Canelo earlier in his career. So this early in his career, yeah, that's what he need to go get with. Cool boy Steph tweeted it yesterday. Jerron Ennis fighting Canelo. Yeah, okay, yeah. So Canelo know where to go to get that work at, man. That'll be dope if he get in that camp right there. See, I had to read that shit all together. That's what Canelo need to do. If Canelo get in the camp with him, man, ain't no telling what that fighter turn out like. What do y'all think about that? I would love to see Canelo get in the camp with Bozy. So this is Derek Ennis and Canelo from his camp for the Mosley fight. Right. Okay, so this a minute ago. This the video Canelo sparring with Derek Ennis. It's June 3rd, 2020, and labeled a throwback. Yeah, this is an old video. Yeah, but that's what we need to go back and get with. Yeah, that's what we need to get with, y'all. If he want to fight Terence Crawford and have any kind of chance at beating Terence Crawford, he need to go spar with Boots Ennis and Bozy Ennis. He need to get in there with Bozy. We telling Canelo right now, we don't want to see you get beat up. We don't want to see you get beat up like that, man. You the face of boxing. We want to see a great fight back and forth. We don't want to see you get beat up. We want to see you go to the brothers like you did back in 2020 and get in the camp with Bozy, nigga. We understand you got the great Eddie, the real Eddie. You know, you got the great Eddie Reynoso. You know what I'm saying? We need you to go back and get some of that soul like Rocky did when he had to go to the ghetto. You know, Rocky had to go to the ghetto to get that motherfucking soul, man. He ain't had that step. You know, it's a shame they killed Apollo Creed off, man. How the hell you get a nigga killed that gave you the eye of the tiger? That was terrible. I really started liking Rocky after that. But yeah, you need to go to Bozy, bro. That's the only way I see you having a competitive chance with Terence Crawford, man, because you ain't finna hit this man in his shoulders. You're not finna hit Terence Crawford in his shoulders, man. That's not gonna happen. And if you do, man, you're gonna pay for it. And then you're gonna time that shit, man, and pepper your ass with that strength and show you that little man strength, that deadlift strength. I don't see you even, you know what I'm saying? Like just like Floyd and Lara and all them mobile fighters that Blue Blood be talking about. That's what's gonna happen to Canelo if he don't get no soul, if he don't go to no soul camp. If Canelo don't go to no soul camp and get a little more soul and a little more rhythm, and still, you know how the white folks back in the slave days used to do. If they get sick, they get a little nigger baby and put their bare feet on top of their flesh and sit there in the rocking chair and drink water all day. And they feel like that melanin again healed them. So they need to soak up a little of this melanin, man. Go to these black camps. Canelo, you gotta go to some black camp. You fought score. That wasn't no African American though. You gotta go to some African American camps, some great African American camps. You know, you already stole the sauce from Floyd Mayweather after you got beat up because you ain't used to fight like that before you fought Floyd Mayweather. No, you changed your style after you fought Floyd Mayweather. I remember that Austin Trout fight. I remember that Austin Trout fight you fought before you fought Floyd Mayweather Canelo. I remember that Austin Trout fight, and you know that was a scrap, and you know that shit could have went either way. I would have loved a rematch on that one. G. But you had to get your bag. You know Floyd had been putting you on the undercards. He knew what type of fighter you was, man. Easy work. Ain't that what Floyd said? Easy work to a master class boxer. To a master class boxer, Canelo was easy work to Floyd. Floyd was a master class boxer. Y'all don't think Terence Crawford master class boxer? He don't have all the utensils and all the things to do as a master class boxer to keep a person from hitting him unless he wants to engage. The only time you see Terence Crawford getting cracked really, man, is like in exchanges and shit, G. You see him getting cracked real tough through exchanges, man. That man don't have to exchange. When he do, man, this man get back to work. So he couldn't knock Charlo out. We ain't got you knocking Crawford out. That's an old saying that everybody been saying. Everybody been saying that, you couldn't knock Charlo out. How you gonna knock well you could knock a few people. You definitely could knock Bivol out. You know, these are big guys, man, but you know, they say you're gonna beat a little guy, but you couldn't knock Laura out. And they say Laura beat you. You know, I go back and watch that fight a lot. You know, I feel the same sentiments. And you need some soul in your camp, man. If you don't get no soul for this fight coming up, Crawford gonna beat you bad. You can at least make this motherfucker a tough, great, epic fight if you go back to that Bozy camp like you did in 2020. When it was the Mosley fight. He was over there sparring with Pooh, Derek Pooh Emmons. Remember? You need to go back to that camp. You need to go back and work with Bozy. You need to say, hey, Eddie, pack it up and let's go to Philly. Like in the Rocky movies. It ain't even cold in Philly right now. You can motherfucking have a great camp up there in the gyms up there with Philly, man. That's when they getting in the best work, man. You know what I'm talking about? Niggas ain't making no excuse talking about it's cold. You know what I'm saying? The weather nice, it's springtime. You know what I'm saying? We getting close to the summertime. You know, everything about Philly, man, you feel good about, man, if you go up there and train with Canelo. We need Canelo to go to Philly, man. We want a competitive fight. We don't think Canelo got it like he used to. I don't think Canelo got it. He older, and they say Crawford older than Canelo, but it's genetics, and y'all know I believe deeply in genetics, and you don't live a boxer lifestyle, Canelo. I seen a man pour some tequila down your throat with a tequila bottle. You just let them pour it down your throat, man. You know you like to party, sing karaoke. You know, in the meantime, between time, Terrence Crawford be in the gym 24/7, 365 ready and done got his weight up and ready to apply his boxing IQ to that weight, and he's getting acclimated to the higher weight as we speak. Ready for camp. You getting ready for camp? Shit, he definitely been in camp. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Preparation. You know, a lot of preparation, man. And man, put a lot of preparation into, you know, your fight coming up. And, you know, you got you a little tune up, cool. Yeah, you needed you a little tune up, man. Cool. You know, Canelo needed a little tune up, man. Y'all ain't taking the fight serious, but Canelo is. I bet you he get into a black camp. You better get you some black sparring partners too. What better camp to go to is a camp that you already done been to in the 2020. You know, when you was preparing for a fight, you was fighting Boots' brother. You was sparring Boots' brother, Pooh. Why don't you get back over there with Bozy, man? They got a lot to work with you. I'm pretty sure they'll open their arms to you. You know what I'm saying? Who else can Canelo really train with in the camp with? You know, Eddie, you know, you good, you cool. You got Canelo where he at, man. But this a big fight. This for undisputed. This ain't no average pinche mayate. This ain't no average pinche negro. This is not your average nigga, Canelo. I say it for y'all. This guy has high boxing IQ. Terrence Crawford. You struggle. What's up, Legacy? You struggle against high IQ boxers. Peace. Canelo Alvarez struggles against high IQ boxers. And that's a fact. That's on record. So, you know, even though this is old footage, this is what you need, G. This is what I want to see. I want to see integration, no segregation. We had our times to segregate and we failed at it because there's always going to be some niggas that want to Jackie Robinson some shit or some Wilt Chamberlain some shit. You say that Diddy case breaking the internet. What's going on with Diddy? Man, call the line, man. You keep hitting the chat. Now you got me looking at Diddy now. Let me see. P. Diddy case. Breaking the internet. Justin Bieber addresses Diddy sex trafficking charges. Diddy trials day 6. Cassie Ventura's former best friend taking the stand. What the hell is going on with Diddy, man? Everybody know Diddy through the Diddy parties, though. What is they talking about? Man, don't free P. Diddy, man. This nigga here need to be in, free only in general population, man. Get that nigga out of segregation. Get that man out of segregation, man. Put that nigga in general population, man. That's the only way you need to free that nigga into GP, not PC. Let me type that in. General population. That's it. Bam. How about that? That's where you free P. Diddy to. The general population, man. Let that man free, man. Free that man out his cell, out that holding cell back there, where y'all slip the trays through the slots, and let the pussy nigga get out there and walk in a holding cage for an hour when ain't no inmates in it. Free that man so he can go in there and be in the dorm with other niggas, man, and conversate and start, you know what I'm saying, singing songs and dancing for them niggas in there. You know, and make food for them niggas and break bread, you know what I'm saying? Some niggas can extort that bitch ass nigga. You know what I'm saying? Make that nigga buy them all kind of shit and put money on their books. Yeah, that's what's gonna happen. They release that nigga to general population. He gonna have to find a woe daddy. He gonna have to find a woe daddy. Yeah, P Diddy, you gonna have to find you a woe daddy, man. Sorry. Let me see what they talking about.
That came up again today. Carrie Morgan was on the stand. That was Cassie Ventura's former best friend. What did Carrie say happened after that incident?
Cassie Ventura left the Intercontinental Hotel, went back to her apartment, her home, and there was Carrie Morgan waiting. She said immediately she saw the black eye that Ventura had testified.
Actually taking notes in the back, but I think as the testimony continued in, everyone was really leaning in, listening. They were somewhat stoic. I didn't see anyone really.
Track business mileage.
Man, these bitches over here talking about a black eye. I don't nobody care about that weak ass shit. You bitches, hey, listen, them motherfuckers went to the party knowing they was trying to get some drugs and get fucked on. They seen all that shit multiple times and kept going back to that party, nigga. You know this nigga was a freak. We knew P. Diddy was a fucking freak before the internet. This shit ain't nothing new. It's just new to new niggas. That's why I don't be really following that bullshit, G. Man, everybody knew P. Diddy was a puff daddy way back in the day. And you know, that's why niggas down south never really fucked with Biggie. Because he had that song, "You look so good, I suck on your daddy's dick." All that shit. We couldn't never spit the lyrics to that shit, nigga. And we was like, oh man, what the fuck wrong with this bitch ass nigga? Like, we wasn't even saying pause back then, but that was a pause situation. Like, nigga, I don't give a fuck how good a bitch look, nigga. I ain't doing that there. So it's just a different vibe down south. We weren't fucking with P. Diddy or none of that, no Mace, none of that shit, G. So it don't really matter to me. We always thought P. Diddy was responsible for Tupac, both shootings. So fuck P. Diddy. The only time I say free P. Diddy is to free P. Diddy in the general population, man. Let that man free, man. Get that man out of PC. Let P. Diddy free out of PC. He don't deserve to be in PC. That's a big money nigga. You understand me? He deserved to, buy his commissary and have a celly and a whole bunch of other niggas in the dorm hungry, and you got to feed these niggas and put money on some of these niggas' books to stay alive. That's what I want to see P. Diddy do. Yeah, I wanna see you living in constant fear and let the real P. Diddy out. And they got pictures of you in that bitch with a fucking the laundry bag, the fishnet laundry bag, cut the bottom of the bag out, and they make them motherfucking punks put the goddamn laundry bag on like a fishnet skirt. Yeah, nigga, they gonna let you do that there and now, nigga. Yeah, they is, nigga. I know you're responsible for Tupac. We've been saying that before the internet was created. Everybody been saying you was responsible for Tupac and Biggie, nigga. And your girl. God bless the dead Kim Porter. We always been saying that shit. And here it go. Here it go. Now you want to talk about it again. After 20 years. Over 20 years, y'all want to bring back up this shit like it's breaking news. Like this the biggest news on the internet. This shit don't mean shit to me. P. Diddy don't mean shit to me. I never listened to his music. The only time I listened to his music when I heard a bitch playing it, or we was at a club and we ain't had no choice what the DJ was playing. Niggas like me and my homeboys never, ever, ever rode around and played no motherfucking P. Diddy, no motherfucking Vanilla Ice, no MC Hammer, no none of that weak ass shit. You hear that type of shit by coincidence when little kids and bitches and pussy niggas be playing it in they shit. That shit gets no play in my ride. The only shit I really listen to from up north that niggas down south really ever really listened to around my way up north was Wu-Tang, DMX, Biggie, Eric B. and Rakim. Who else? We like the Locks. We love Jada Kiss. I like Styles P the best. You understand me? Niggas like that. All that P. Diddy and that Mason and that shit, we fuck with Cam too. All that other shit, man, we was suspect on Cam, but at the time he just kept coming with that heat. We couldn't deny that shit, but yeah, nigga, we don't be listening to no P. Diddy. We don't care about P. Diddy, G. We been knew he was suspect, and I forever to this day say you responsible for Tupac and Biggie, nigga. So when I say free P. Diddy, I say free P. Diddy to the general population. You deserve to be free, man. Have a celly, and live amongst about 200 niggas at a time. You got to pay for some protection. I want you to pay for some protection. I want you to pay to live every day. I want you to have a monthly pay fee to a war daddy. And I want your war daddy to have to go to war for you. I want you to get you a war daddy in the penitentiary, P. Diddy, if you're listening to me with your illegal cell phone. I want you to get a war daddy, man, when they let you in general population, because you can't beat the feds. I don't give a fuck what kind of money you got. They trying to lock President Trump, the only one can beat the feds. They got a 99% win ratio, and Donald Trump is the 1% tile. Nigga, you think you Donald Trump, P. Diddy? My uncles told me before I even went to the feds, man, if you ever go to the feds, boy, they got you. So don't you waste all your money on no fucking lawyer. You take that motherfucking time or goddamn it, you either gonna snitch. That's the only two things you can do. You can fight it all you want with a PD or public defender. I ain't want to hear him when I got indicted. I blew a stone cold bag on a lawyer and still got 192 months in the federal penitentiary, sucker. Because they ain't catch me with no drugs, and I thought I had them beat like the state penitentiary time. No, 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 no. You don't need a crumb of drugs to get indicted by the feds. All it takes is two mother lovers to go to the grand jury and lie on you and get you indicted. That's why they say in the feds you can indict a ham sandwich. And that's the truth. Hell, they tried to get Trump. Couldn't get him though. 1%. You're not Trump. You're going to get indicted and they're going to give you some type of time. And your father was an informant, remember? Your mother was a pimp, remember? You have a long history of crime and lawsuits. They've been trying to get you. They were just waiting for you to fuck up, and there it is. All that baby oil and shit mixed with that chemical trying to get people and trick people to have, mixed feelings and emotions while they in there with a girl. You don't even know you squirting the baby oil on the girl trying to get her to look good. And that shit like some, what you call it, some pills or something in liquid form, like some ecstasy or some shit, man. This shit's sick. You guys don't even understand, man. P. Diddy was in general population. That boy would be broke by probably about 10 years. You got to get somewhere and get you a real woe daddy. Somebody that run the compound, like, and you gonna have to pay him to keep the wolves off of you. And I hope he goes to war for you, and I hope he loses the war, and you have to go to the next war daddy, because both of them war daddies that's fighting over you is gonna get shipped off the compound. So then you're gonna be free food for whoever's next, and you're gonna have to be one of those guys, war daddy, or go back into PC. Go back into PC, and it's only so long you can just stay in PC if you got years and years and years and years and years. 1 year in PC will drive a man crazy. 6 months in PC will have you going cuckoo. 1 month in PC will have you mad as fuck, ready to get out, ready to do anything to get out. So 10 years in PC, 20 years in PC, 100 years in PC, whatever you got in PC, you're going to want to get out. No victim in this shit, including Cassie. She even cheating on her husband on Diddy even after the domestic shit because, they codependent on that lifestyle. You get these girls, man, they around this bitch, man, acting like they angels, man, but they go to these parties with their pussy cleaned out and they done douche their asshole out and they ready to get fucked. And we keeping it live, raw, and X-rated, man. These whores get porn star ready when they go to these parties, man. I know for a fact. You know why I know? Because, man, I meant what I said when I said what I said. I say it again like I said it then. Ain't no shame in my game. I do my thing from Frisco to Maine, from San Fran to Japan. It's all about the money game with me. I had a couple of bitches back in my days, man. And, when they get ready for a date or two, they have to clean their asshole out. They gotta douche their ass and all that shit and get all that shit out there when they took a bite or two with me and take them out to dinner or two. They gotta clean their ass out, man. So if they wanted to date or the John want to fuck them in the ass, they'll have no mess. And that's what these bitches do when they go to the parties. They ready. And they super ready. And they professional by the age of, sometimes these girls been fucking by the age of 11 and 12 years old, man. So by the time they 18, 19, 20, 21, they're professional. You hear me? Professional. And will trick you with lace front hair weaves and makeup, altered body parts that look good to the eye. But soon as they go home and take off the lace front, their hairline is like mine, ruined, never to be fixed again. The booty is fake, the pussy is okay, the asshole is bigger than the cat. The mouth is stupendous, and that's how she gets her check. Makeup covering the ugly face, because without the makeup, she looks like me, a man. But with makeup and lace front, tight clothes, good smell, clean pussy, and ass, they become sex objects that niggas like suckers will pay for. Diddy deserves to be in general population. He does not deserve to be in PC. You know, he's not an animal. He needs to be in general population. Surrounded by all the guys that you were surrounded by on the streets. You got killers on the streets, you got killers in general population. You got junkies on the streets, you got junkies in general population. You got hustlers in the streets, you got hustlers you got everything that you surrounded yourself with on the streets inside general population. And one thing that you don't want to see is those guys that are labeled that same thing I labeled and understand the word extortion. And you got people that extort high money niggas in penitentiaries. And you know you're going to get extorted when you get in there in the general population. You just wait until you get your time. You're going to fight your case in PC. And when you get your time, you ain't going to have no choice to get into general population. And that's where you can come tag me and be like, okay, let's see what the trial say. Did he win? Did he lose? That's all I want to know. And if he win the trial mysteriously, that's gonna be like the aliens coming back. And if he do, he gonna party like it's 1999. And it is what it is. But if he loses trial, he's gonna have to go to general population. And that's where the story begins. Because R. Kelly is in general population and he's all right. He's all right. He's all right. R. Kelly is all right with me. Yeah. Hey, hey, hey. And he makes money on the low. Well, not on the low no more. But he sings songs over the wall phone to people at parties for Cash App donations. I say this not to be funny because money is money, and when you are behind the walls, you have to be able to survive. That is his hustle, and it's probably lucrative. Imagine how many people you can call on your phone and sing a verse or two for a couple of hundreds of dollars, no matter how much you charge. I wish I could sing a song and somebody sing a Stone Cold Cash App to me. That's what I would do every single day. But these guys do what they got to do to come through to feed their family from the inside of the wall. And you don't even understand that it's a lot of money to be made on the inside, especially with cigarettes and weed and drugs. My God, man, I'm talking about, man, one cigarette, man, you probably can sell that shit for maybe $30 to $40. You break it down and sell it like individuals. Shit crazy back there. Imagine a whole pack with 20 of them in there. Imagine a carton. Imagine making hundreds of dollars off a dime bag of weed. Imagine everything is quadrupled. A cell phone, an Android is worth $2,000 in certain facilities. The higher the facility, the more you're gonna pay for a phone. You in the USP of fucking maximum security, a medium even, you're gonna pay thousands for a phone. If you're in a low account, you might not pay that much. It's easier to get. They got the drones now. The drones gonna drop it on the wreck yard. They gonna come pick it up and the police know it. They don't give a fuck as long as they can get their cut. They don't need you to bring it in no more, officer. We got people brave enough to fly a drone and drop it off. That's why the kids good at the video games. Now they gonna end up fighting in the wars in the future. No more human casualties. Just sitting here and fight and kill these mother lovers. Like Terminator. Canelo need to go back to Bozy and Boots and these brothers up there in Philly and train for the Terrence Crawford fight. That would be dope. It's just a suggestion. I saw this online, man. I thought I'd share it with you because you know Canelo know better. Canelo know where to get that work. Canelo know who to work with. Canelo know who to spar with for a certain fighter, you know, and all that, you know. When he getting ready for Mosley here. Yeah, let me see. I know they said so. Let me read it. It says, for the Mosley, it says Derek Ennis and Canelo from his camp for the Mosley fight. The video of Canelo Alverez sparring with Derek Pooh Ennis is not recent. It was uploaded to YouTube excuse me, on June 3rd, 2020 and labeled a throwback, suggested it was filmed earlier, likely in 2010s. There's no evidence Canelo is currently sparring with Derek or Jerron Boots. Show more. With Terrence Crawford claims of recent sparring lack of credible support. So they say that this is Derek Ennis and Canelo from his camp for the Mosley fight. Either way it go, it was old, and this is what you want though. He even said it in his fight. He bring Pooh in for he said he did the dungeon. So they say he took a lot from these sessions. They say, where y'all think Canelo got his defense from? They say Canelo got his defense from the dungeon. So he took a lot from these sessions that he had with the Ennis brothers. He even said in his fights he bring Pooh in for he said he did the dungeon. I gotta find that clip. Let me try to find that clip for y'all. Cause you know I got my ways. Canelo. I wanna see that. Cause that's what you need right now for this camp. You don't need no good old fashioned Eddie Reynoso. You know what I'm saying? You need some Dun, 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 dun. My name is Easy. Yeah, this is true. Keeping your attention is what I'm gonna do. Hardcore. Oh, I can never be soft. Yeah, you need some of that rhythm. Not that Will Smith, but that Will Smith, that Philly shit, man. You need something like that. Let me try. Let me see if I can find it. It was the dungeon, right? Let me see if I can find it. I gotta search the web, man. I love the internet. You gotta know how to use it though. See, the term dungeon refers to Bosey's Dungeon, a renowned boxing gym in Philadelphia operated by Bosey Ennis, father of Jerron and Derek. This gym has been instrumental in training several boxing talents, including 13-year-old James Too Sharp Barnett. While there have been discussions and rumors about potential matchups involving Canelo and Jerron Ennis, no official sparring sessions between them have been documented or released to the public. Mm. They say they don't have no footage of Canelo sparring with Boots. However, Canelo has sparred with Jerron's older brother Derek Pooh Ennis during preparations for his 2012 fight against Shane Mosley. Derek Ennis has spoken about the experience, highlighting Canelo's formidable body shots. Let me see something right quick. Yeah, they going to that video right there. That's a good sparring session. It's the same shit I got on the screen though. You understand me? So after, we can switch subjects. Canelo is Canelo, but Tank is Tank, and he's also the face of boxing. So it's time for a little tank part of the show because I want to know is Tank gonna bow down to bending knee? How much he want from Turkey to get him to go over there? Can any Tank fans answer me this? Can y'all please tell me what PBC gonna give Tank if it was a one fight offer? How much was it? And you know what I'm saying? Can Turkey match that and do better and maybe double it? Do you think he can double whatever? I want to know. Can anybody answer that question for me? Hello? Is anybody out there? Is any Tank fans out there? Out there? I want to ask a question again because maybe somebody's just tuning in. How much did the PBC offer Shakur Stevenson on that one fight deal? Hello? Hello? Is there any Tank fans out there? I know you're listening. Gold teeth glistening. Hello? Alright, well, I'm just going to ask one more time because I'm going to give a guess or two. How much does it take for Tank Davis to fight Shakur Stevenson on that one fight deal offer that they said they offered him, how much do you think they came up with for Tank and the whole deal in itself? How much do you think that deal was for? Does anybody have any clue or any idea or get any kind of close to a number or range that you think that Shakur Stevenson deserved to get for that fight? And what do you think the PBC was going to give Tank Davis for that fight? And after you answer that question, can you please try to answer this question, and whatever amount that you came up with for Tank and Shakur, do you think, is it possible that Turkey can double it? Or would you probably say, nah, he couldn't beat what PBC gave him? PBC offered Tank, ooh, $50 million. I don't know if Turkey can offer Tank more than $50 million. I don't know. And then pay Shakur Stevenson? Well, shit, I don't know. I don't think they can do that. The PBC, the best out there, you know what I'm saying? They number one. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Well, if you don't know, what if I say, okay, cool. You say the PBC can give them how much? $50 million to Tank Davis for a Shakur fight, a one fight deal? That's how much the PBC can come up with? Cool. What if Turkey comes up with 100 million? Do you think Tank should take the 100 million or the 50 million? Ooh. Man, see, why would Tank go to Turkey? Why would Tank go to Turkey? And he been fucking with PBC his whole career. See, I'm going to ask you again because I specifically asked a real question. So this is what I'm going to do for you. I'm going to give a visual of what I want you to say. Because maybe, just maybe, you probably smoked some of that Tank pack. And everybody knows that Tank pack is potent. Yes, it is. So it's yes or no. The yes or no show. Yay! Here is where you only answer yes or no. Okay? Okay. I'm going to ask the question again. If the PBC can offer Tank Davis some money, the most money he ever got in his career, how much is that one fight deal he offered Shakur Stevenson? This is part of the question. Sorry, I had to break it down from the beginning. That one fight deal they offered, how much was they giving Tank Davis in that one fight deal? And if you can come up with that number, do you think that Turkey Al-Sheikh can double that number? For instance, example, that's the PBC. We got $50 million for a Tank and Shakur fight. What's up, Tank? Let me see. How much you got, Turkey? I have $100 million for you and Shakur Stevenson. 100 million, just like I take for you. $50 million or 100 million. I want to know, do you as a boxer, if it was you in that position, do you take the $50 million or the $100 million? I say you take the $100 million? Do you take the $100 million? Yes or no? If you are smart, you will take $100 million. This is just an example. It's simple. You can't be right or wrong with me. Yes, you can. You're about money. It's about the bottom line. The PBC can offer me $50 million. Wow, I never got that. I don't know where this coming from. That's the type of money they give Canelo. Okay, 50 million. Yeah. Hold up, my son. I have 100 million. Huh? I ain't never seen that type of money. You got $100 million for me to fight Shakur? Shit. Yeah, I'm gonna take 100 million. That's what I would do. What would you do? Would you take the 100? Yes or no? And that's what Shakur was telling Tank. They can offer more money over here. But I'm going to answer it for you. Yes, you take the $100 million, man. Or whatever the money is. What is it, 40 million? Okay, let me give you 80. What do you got? What the PBC got for you? What Floyd got for you? Floyd don't like you. You don't like Floyd, right? And you don't like Turkey, you don't like Eddie, you don't like nobody. You don't do good business with nobody. Do good business with nobody. Ain't that what Bill Haney said about Shakur? He ain't gonna do good business with nobody. You ain't gonna do good business with nobody. You fight bands. Where are you? You tankomaniacs have wicked spirits. You don't want people to have fair contracts sent to them. You are okay with one fight, take it or leave it deals. Things that you should never teach your son to take. But you probably do not have children. And if you do, then it's just hate for another man trying to get his bag up. Knowing that we going through things in life, man, knowing that bills are hard to pay at these days and times. Bruce Gas, Boxing Jazz, and more. The quizzes, the historian, the old school boxers that come to Bruce Gas, Boxing Jazz, more channel. Ray Mercer, the one of my favorite fighters, and definitely in my top 20 list. Believe it. Maybe the top 15. I gotta go back over it. Yes, sir. What's happening? I'm checking out Canelo sparring with Pooh Ennis back in the day. And I just think that Canelo needs some soul. He need to do like Rocky when he had to get that eye of the tiger. He need to get to them souls. You need to get to them soul camps. You need to get with, you cool with Eddie, but you need to go over there and go to Philly, like Rocky, and get back over in that Bosie camp. And that's the camp I think he was in for Mosley, they say, back in the day. And you need to get back over there. Because this a big fight. This ain't no fight where, it's a little guy and you just gonna manhandle him because you did not knock Charlo out. And you will not knock Terence Crawford out. That's just an opinion. And everybody got them. When I went to the Mexican channels and I asked them, how they think the fight was going to play out, they gave their honest opinion. They say, Crawford going to be winning the first half of the fight. And then, by the, 7th or 8th round, guys going to be after, you know what I'm saying, watching for them body shots from Canelo. You understand what I'm saying? And that's the business right there. And they say after that, you know, you're gonna break him down and you're gonna knock him out viciously. You know, that's your opinion, you know. But if he gonna be winning the first half of the fight, I promise you, I promise you, this man has high boxing IQ. If I know that I'm winning the first half of the fight, I'm depending on my cardiovascular, my endurance, and my defense. I might have to switch stances. If everything and all else fails, I'll clinch. I won't let you catch me with the knockout blow. You're not going to catch me with a clean shot if I'm tired. But I won't get tired because guess what? I'm conditioned. And that's all it is to it with me. You got to prove me that Canelo can outlast Crawford after that clenbuterol wears off in the 7th and 8th round. Because that's where it's going to be matter. That's where it's really going to matter at. You know, we go through a lot of shit in life, man. A lot of people wish our downfall, man. And you know a good person. A good person is somebody that even though they going through shit in life, they still try to help people, even though they shit ain't together. And I be catching myself doing that bullshit. You know, I be catching myself doing it and I can't help myself. I can't even help myself. Like, I'm going through a lot of bullshit now in my life, dealing with my child mother and shit like that. And, you know, in the process of dealing with her, you know, I got my own issues, you feel me? But in the meantime, between time, I try my best to come on here and give y'all guys boxing talk. So, you know, I appreciate guys like Bruce Gas, Pharaoh, Legacy, Blunt Sports, everybody that be participating in the chat. You know, I really do want to grow the channel, but a guy came over here one day talking about, oh, if you don't engage with the trolls, you ain't trying to grow your channel. Well, we ain't trying to grow it like that, though. I feel like the boxing talk that I put out is prolific. And, you know, I don't pull no punches. I don't hide nothing from you guys. You know what I'm saying? But this is what it is. It's hard times out here, so hit that like button for me. Let me see. Let me type something. Let me see how much you can. All right, I'll type that out in the universe. You know what I'm saying? So it's hard to judge Shakur Stevenson and Tank when they have outbursts, right? Because I be trying to stop my outbursts as well. And I be feeling like people attack me, and I know it hurt my spirit. I always want to attack to defend myself. And you got guys like Shakur Stevenson. I can really understand him because he's the most defensive fighter in boxing, if you ask me. So of course you're gonna be defensive out there in your real life. You know, this man is offended by everything anybody says to him or about him. You know, he don't care what you niggas feel about him not fighting his brother, his so-called brother, and none of that shit. Well, hey man, you just gonna have to hate me because nobody want to see you not fight for undisputed, and we feel like, you know what I'm saying? Undisputed is something that we as boxing fans should want to see. So that's what I'm trying to do. Other than that, man, shit. Let me type something else. Oh man, I got somebody on my line. Yeah, but like I say, go ahead and deal with that turkey. You see, Canelo came over to the light. He the face of boxing. He know where the bag at. That's not bad business when you're dealing with people that can help change your life. You say you bound on bending knee. Everybody else around you bound on bending knee, so it must not be bound on bending knee. It must be accepting opportunity. It's an opportunity. And you know, in the ghetto back in my days, we call it a sweet lick. Turkey sweet. Turkey sweet. And y'all acting like turkey ain't sweet. He say for none live. I don't care nothing about no fag, none, man. I can't get on his chat. I can't talk in the nigga chat. What the fuck him? I just watch him when I'm bored. I'm on live right now. You supposed to went over there and say, at Rude Exposure is live now. Go over there. I'm finna go to Fag None channel right now. I want you to go over there and say, Rude Exposure is live. And I want you to like my name up in the chat like you always do. Yeah, I want you to go over there on Fag None channel and like my name up in there and say Rude Exposure is live now with a period at the end of it. You know what I'm saying? Light me up in the stars over there because I don't really care about Fag None, you know. I'm blocked. I won't be able to send a message to his chat to talk boxing or two. But you can because, you know, you're a follower over there. So you'll be able to send a message for me. You know, you say you fuck with me. I need you to send a message and let everybody over on Fag None channel know that Rude Exposure is live. Legacy remains. Everything else fades. Go on over there and let me know when you did it so I can screenshot it and be proud and put it up like a mantle on one of my videos and let everybody know that legacy over currency defined mind state. Let everybody know that Rude Exposure is live now. Hmm? Bring Tank to your channel, Rude, interview and ask him all the questions the fans want to be answered, Craig. Alright, so I guess you're not gonna help me out. We're gonna find out somebody else that can go over there. That's a mission. That's a mission I got now. I'm gonna get one of my followers and go like my name up in Fag None chat and say Rude Exposure is live now. You understand me? Let me try to do it in his chat. I don't think it'll go through. I sure don't see nobody with my name lit up in Fag None chat right now. I see the usual suspects, but nobody liked my name up in his chat. I don't even want to hear what he got to say. I just want to try to like my name up in the chat. Let's see if I can like my name up in the chat. At Rude Exposure is live. What did you say? Now, with a period at the end of it. Let's see if it goes through. Bam! Go see if that shit went through. Let's see if he say something. He might have unblocked me. Let's see.
Hey, you gotta make that place his home now. Man, Turkey gonna Turkey gonna start paying people in bottle caps. Shit like that. Man, you remember when we used to be able to catch bottle caps, get some money?
Can you see me?
Yeah, they used to have them codes on the inside of them. And everything.
Yeah, he's a little get the codes. He's take collect the cans, get money, man. They don't let you make that money no more, man.
Can you see me?
Not at all.
Not at all, man.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna say one more piece of hate.
Yeah, that's cool because I wanted to. Yeah, because I'm gonna probably move to the middle to the welterweights in a second, man. I want to talk about.
Okay.
I want to talk about Brian Norman, man. Is Brian Norman the real deal, man?
Can you see me?
Is he the real deal?
He's one of those guys, for me personally, where the verdict is still out on it. I know I'm that way with a lot of fighters when they're coming up, especially when they're coming up with the knockouts and everything. It takes a certain thing before I'm like, okay, this guy's the real deal. Because it was like that for me with a lot of people. Like,
can you see me? Legacy, can you see me? I don't think you can see me. I don't think you believe me. That's a shame. These are the things that I ask for you not to do in my chat, and yet and still you do it, and it make me feel like you do it on purpose. You know, I ask you to stop asking me to go to other mother lovers' chats on a regular basis, man. And I don't say nothing about you not telling these pussy niggas to do that. And I have an issue with that. And I already know you know I got an issue with it. You even invited someone to put their hands on me. You said me and D1 should lace up the gloves. And everybody know my stance on that. I guess except for you. Probably don't watch me a lot, just probably tune in there now and then, man, you know. What I said in response, what I said, I'm gonna show you what I said. Because I do this to everybody as a warning, as like a warning to stop doing this to me. And anytime you see this, Legacy, that means stop adding me. I see you. You don't have to brighten my name up. And if you're going to brighten my name up in the spotlight, just show me some love. Don't be telling me you want to see me fight people and I should go to this page and I should do that. Don't do that no more. Don't light my name up unless you showing me love, because that's the only way I want to see that there. Because I see everything in the chat. You ain't got to light my name up, brother. You ain't got to light my name up, brother. I don't like that, and I told you that there. And especially if I ask you who you gonna lace the gloves up with, and you talking about you want to promote, you want to be a promoter, you want to promote rude exposure. No, baby boy, I ain't never been the hoe. I always been the pimp. And pimping ain't dead. Pimping won't die. If a hoe say it is, they a motherfucking lie. But that was a nice try. You'll never profit off of me unless you clip one of my videos and you make it go viral. The only way you'll profit off of me if you get into a team with me. And, you know, do the things that I ask you to do, because I'm a leader. I'm definitely not a follower. I love my followers, and everybody that followed me has always said I was a fair man. I might have been a bad type of follower as far as leading niggas into destruction as far as the street life. But I still was fair to all my guys. And I'm still alive to this day because of my fairness. But you know, I typed in this chat the things that you type in my chat. And these are the things that I like, because these are the things that I do for my people. Rude exposure is live. now with a period at the end. Not fag none, not get knocked out boxing 86 TV, not nobody but me. And that's all that should matter in the whole wide world, Craig. Anything else, trust me, I've already seen it. Notifications pop up on my screen just like your screen. And I always know what's going on in all the chats. Because I'm right there. Always watching. Always seeing the dick riding. Always witnessing the changing, the flipping of the scripts. Snake bite. I always see this shit. And it's funny to me. It's not offensive. Niggas do not have to deal with me. I only deal with people that want to deal with me. I don't want you to fuck with me because you are stuck with me. People are authentic and they deal with you, bro. Don't come over here telling me who's live and all that, man. We don't even kick it like that, G. If anything, I promote your page more than any other page on YouTube, and you ain't even got no YouTube videos on your page. I just like your description, and I read it off because it's inspirational. It's something like you wrote for me. It's like you wrote that description for me. I ought to send you a cash app and let me put it on my description and just pay you to erase that shit off of your page. That's what I should do. How much you want for that description? I can't pay no more than $20 because I'm broke. Hey, Cash App PARTTWICE, PARTTWICE. I meant what I said when I said what I said. I say it again like I said it then. Ain't no shame in my game. I do my thing from Frisco to Maine, from San Fran to Japan. It's all about the money game with me. Hit my like, hit my subscribe. Get me up to 1 billion subscribers. I need the world to hear my voice, Craig. Don't you get it? Ain't that the ticket? Maybe you ought to flip that and put that on your description, because that's a description that can never play out. And your description, let me get churned. And we can just flip-flop and do the flip-flopping like that. And I keep your description and stop reading it out loud and everybody will just see it every time they come to my page. I can copy and paste that bitch right now. And every time I go live, I put hashtag boxing and then copy and paste that there right there on all my videos. Yeah. Because everything you wrote on your description is me. I'm the realest nigga you ever met in your entire life, in any universe you ever go to, in any other life. I'm an end of time type of nigga. Because I put my pain out there to the world to see, Craig. Entertaining pleasures, the talent that God trusted and invested in me. I have been taking advantage of it, but not no more. You better use the talent that God gave you, because you wrote a hell of a description. Is that all you can do? If not, give it to me. And stop telling me about anybody else coming to my page. I don't give a fuck. If they don't want to participate and particulate in PARTTWICE chat, fuck them. If these boxers want to come to the page, then come on down. Talk to your boy. Here go the number on the line. What you want to link in the chat? What you don't want to call? What your number? What you call block? Because you know how to do them motherfucking weak ass numbers that call block. Yeah, you just don't want to come over here and particulate because you know the questions that I ask are prolific. And I peep between the rocks and find the right answers that you niggas don't even like looking for. You don't like sticking your hand down deep in the dumpster juice at the bottom of the dumpster. in the ghettos. You ain't gonna jump inside the dumpster and take all the trash out and get all the way down to the last bottom bag in the big ass dumpster, nigga, and go skinny dipping in that nasty dumpster juice, nigga. Suckers. That's why you listen to me. That's why it don't matter about who the fuck going live right now. I can go live 24 hours a day, maybe even record myself going sleep, and you niggas will listen to me some type of way. You'll come back and tune back in to me just to see if I'm talking crazy. And you think this type of talk crazy. This type of talk been me since I was learning how to talk 1 A, B, C, 1, 2, 3 because of the environment I was around. Suckers. I ain't never flipped the script on you suckers. Everybody on boxing YouTube done flipped the script or two. Except me. Everybody damn near on YouTube done flipped the script or two. I go back and listen to niggas day one videos and be out there bitch missing. Like, where you been at, PARTTWICE? Oh, just chilling, listening to all you motherfucking hypocritical statements. You done changed and flipped the script on me. You ain't keeping it real, nigga. You fake. All this shit fake. This screen fake, man. But I ain't gonna put no fake voice on nothing. Oh yeah, then you got the white boys out there thinking they talk to niggas any kind of way. Now I'm an old school fool. I just ain't used to that there. And they calling me a racist. How a white boy called me a racist, man. I seen what you wrote in my chat D1 yesterday. I just didn't even respond to it right then because I was really preaching my sermon. And I remember you said, oh, I'm a racist for real, for real. It's never that way for a black man. And I'm tired of that all that slick thinking niggas is dumb. I'm tired of that there, man. I'm a different type of nigga. You hear me? You hear me, man? The type of style you open yourself up for numerous counters. Any fighter, whether you're white, black, or Mexican, you come forward, you open up. That's just 1 + 1, okay? Now, I'm going to slow it down for the guys out there in Texas, because everybody just can't understand that slick city talk. Oh, yesterday talk about AW calling Mario City. Nothing is like Mario. It's literally that's who Mario is. He's one of the 4 welterweight champions in English weight division. He's me. Easily, it is what it is. Whether you want it, Shakur is more of a elite fighter. They're not even in the same division. It don't make sense. Y'all not real boxing fans. You're not gonna be watching the Boa Fox fight. You won't be watching the Vargas fight. You don't watch any fights other than Shakur, and you want to chat and yap to each other about what Shakur Tank and Devin got going on. That's about as far as your boxing goes. You're not real boxing fans. You're not the same kind of a boxing fan. Oh, big one, come on. What an insult. What an insult. Wow, we don't watch none but Shakur fights, G. I ain't know that, G. Shakur fans, to me too. All y'all watch is Shakur Stevenson fights, man. You know, if I would have known that, man, I wouldn't have been a Shakur fan. Like, before Shakur came on the scene, I just knew Shakur would just pop up on the scene. And that's when I started watching boxing, brother. I just started watching boxing when Shakur Stevenson popped up on the scene. And I didn't never, ever see
No other fights but him.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it, nigga.
Straight up.
That's Shakur.
So you might be right, D1.
Yep. You right.
You might be right.
He
we
right.
don't know boxing.
No.
We don't break down both sides of the fight.
We don't know shit.
Blunt, you watched the fights this weekend?
I did.
Dang.
The brother wants to know if y'all watched the fights. We was live this weekend. Why ain't you come on the live this weekend, bro?
Right.
You know, Blunt Sports was live. I wasn't. I had my daughter with me, and I told everybody on the live that I couldn't watch the fight. I had little booby.
Yep.
I said, I wish I could watch the fight. Y'all let me know what's going on. We real men over here. Well, Blunt Sports and everybody else that was on the chat said they were going to watch the fight. So I'm pretty sure that Blunt Sport is going to inform us on this channel about the fights.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, sir.
I'm going to always give promo to the evil, wicked people. You know, when Jesus stepped inside the temple and seen people gambling inside, he got upset and he started flipping over the tables.
Yep.
And that's nowhere near me, but I'm okay with the emotions that God gave me. God gave me love and God gave me hate. So yes, I am a hater, a player hater, in fact, because I hate people that be playing.
Amen.
See, Tank Davis is a great fighter. We never ever said he was not. What I believe is that Tank Davis was ruined by Floyd Money Mayweather.
Preach.
Now,
Get him soft.
Floyd Mayweather is Money Mayweather now.
Preach.
And any nigga that I know that changed his name or is called Money is about that. And there is no doubt in my mind, God bless the dead, Roger Mayweather was on the mitts with Floyd Money Mayweather, and they were training before they ever met Tank Davis. And what did he say, Blunt Sports?
We don't believe in power punchers. We believe in smarts.
That's right.
Hey, Chef Lacey. That's my .25 was.
Ask Tank Davis. So if you get a guy like Tank Davis, a young nigga out the streets, you can easily tell him you either want $50 million or some belts. What you gonna take?
I'm gonna take the 50 million.
And when you get in front of the microphone in the beginning of your career and you don't talk, and Floyd Money Mayweather talks for you, and he says, hey man, you know, forget about Lomachenko. He's old. You don't have to fight him, Tank. You just keep doing your job. You know what I'm saying? Pretty soon he'll be 40. You understand? He got to fight about 9 fights. You know what I'm saying? You're doing it way easier. You understand? So what I'm supposed to take out of that conversation, if Tank Davis is supposed to be a man, now you're a young man, but you still a man. You go to war at 18 and die for your country. You over there sitting back chewing bubblegum hard as hell, letting him talk for you. You don't want to fight no Lomachenko. Then I see Floyd Mayweather with a Suge Knight red hat on. So I just talked to the guy, you know what I'm saying? We finna make the Tank Davis and the Lomachenko fight. Tank fights in November, and we're gonna make the Lomachenko fight, trying to scare you, make you tremble in your boots. I don't know real nigga let a nigga do that to him. That's why I ain't like Terrence Crawford when he let Bob Arum say I could have built a house in Beverly Hills with the money I done lost on you, and you ain't say nothing. So don't tell me what to like, and you telling me about Tank Davis ain't being protected. You done fought all these Mexican fighters all your career, and then here come the outcry from the black community. Oh, Tank ain't fighting no slick black fighters. Oh, Tank ain't fighting no slick black fighters. You got niggas calling you out left and right. Left and right. Everybody told you gotta wait on Tank. This Tank send the contract. Nigga, it's on Tank terms. Nigga, you better get in touch with Al Hanger, all this shit. Tank ain't gotta fight nobody. Tank ain't gotta do this. Tank fight who he wanna fight. Tank, where them motherfucking fans at? You know, Tank ain't got to fight no Monroe. Tank ain't got to do that. He ain't got to rematch him. Why ain't say that? You know what I'm saying? But no, we got to get into it with Al. We got Tank's in the contract. And Tank the A side. Tank ain't taking no pay cut. All this shit, nigga got to wait on the sweepstakes. Got a Tank sweepstakes. You got to sit by the phone, stay inactive. You busy? See, see, he trying to feed his family. See, we were trying to give you a contract. You want to wait? You know what I'm saying? You got Coach Kenny on Fag None talking about some. Oh well, if the fight don't happen in 2025, it don't need to happen. Shut up. Y'all don't want to fight no Shakur Stevenson. Because if you wanted to shut his fat mouth and you made a hit list talking about you got to fight this man different, why you got to fight him different then? If you knock everything out. Oh, he just going to run. He just going to step back. If a motherfucker that boxes professionally can't stop somebody and cut the ring off from just a step back, what that say about your boxer? You dumb motherfucker. Never mind. Go ahead, man. You spitting right now. Legacy. What that say about a boxer that can't stop somebody from just stepping back and stepping backwards? And fan. Why can't you go back to my crates and get on my shit and listen to my shit and replay my shit and clip my shit? You know why you can't clip me and take videos and make fun of me? Because everything that I'm saying right now in 2025, I stand on it way back when I first started my YouTube page. It ain't damn video you can clip to contradict me. Because I stand with the righteous side of everything that I see. You say, bro, go at KO. I don't say none of that, bro. You just made a video responding to all Shakur fans. I'm a Shakur Steve. I'm a boxing fan, but we over here thinking Shakur can beat everybody in the 135 division. Forget about 140 and Mario Barrios. That's easy work. That's why Tank beat him like that. If he get beat by Manny, I definitely ain't trying to get that shit in. I ain't even gonna hold you, boy. That shit over with. Man, back to boxing, man. I'm glad you brought that up. Because Manny Pacquiao is in some politic type shit. Yeah. Like you getting that's the money you getting all this publicity as a washed up boxer, right? That getting this shot for a belt with Mario Barrios, right? And it's your name, everybody knows it, right? Yep. And you gonna get in this fight knowing that your last performance was some ooh, right? That's correct. That nigga, so hold up. Yeah, so hold up though. Don't forget about when I rewind the track and play that video that, you know what I'm saying, Floyd Mayweather contacting Mario Barrios. Hold on, D1. Ain't nobody picking no Manny. Hold on. Don't forget about so y'all be rushing. Let the sermon begin. Can I hear the church say amen right now? I think I want to preach right now, Blunt Sports. I say, can the church say amen right now? You go ahead. All right, now I want to preach. I'm gonna pass the hat after I preach this sermon, and you're gonna let me. All right, now I say, Floyd Mayweather contacted Mario Barrios before the Manny Pacquiao fight was ever thought about. Get him to fight in Dubai. Yes, it was reported that Floyd Money Mayweather wanted to fight Mario Barrios in Dubai, but it didn't happen. No, it didn't. And now they got a Mario Barrios and a Manny Pacquiao fight. And I wonder why. And big money, look at the undercard, all the fights happening on that day. Yes, sir. It's going to be an extravaganza, I say. Yes, sir. And goddamn it, what if Floyd Money Mayweather gets the winner? Who can make the biggest money out of Floyd Mayweather versus the winner? I want to ask you right now. Who can make the most money out of the winner between Mario Barrios and Pacquiao if they was to fight Floyd Mayweather? Pacquiao. And I'm telling you, in your country, you can do what you want to do, liking and live in color. When you're over there in your own country and you're a politician, you got your money invested into your country, you can sit back, relax, and let your girl feed your soup after you get beat up from Ugars and go over there and just sit back and do what you want to do. You can do what you want to do in your country. Like take some drugs or something. I was just singing a song. I messed the song up.
Good. I got a question for you though.
What?
PBC putting on the event, right?
You say Floyd? You say who?
Yeah. That's Floyd putting on the event, right?
Why you say Floyd putting on the event? Floyd ain't got nothing to do with no PBC.
PBC is his fight.
Oh, my bad.
Come on, hey, come here.
I forgot that fast. I forgot.
Yeah. So you gotta think about this play.
I forgot.
PBC putting the fight on. Yeah.
You can do what you wanna do with your own company.
Yeah, all right.
You say if it's a knockout fighter can't cut the ring off to catch a guy who be stepping back, that means he only knock out fighters mid-range to back foot. For sure. You know, when you got Floyd, like when he was at the face of boxing status, when he fought that McGregor fight, man, and you know, all people was talking about is the money, man. He put you on that undercard, G. Blew you up, boy. You say, so y'all ain't see Turkey and Ring at Up and Jim. Come on. Hey, why he late to the party? Why you late to the party? He was late to the party. You gotta fight for your right to party. That was my shit. Hey, listen. One thing I can say about the Beastie Boys, they got black people on their side with that first original shit. That motherfucking Paul Revere. Come on, D1. Come on, D1. Hey, D1, call in to the show and smoke a peace pipe with me. And let's sing motherfucking Paul Revere, man. God damn it, I gotta get a copyright right now, man.
Your number on the screen?
Yep, I gotta get a copyright right quick. Hold on. I gotta get a motherfucking copyright right quick, man. I gotta get a copyright right quick. Hey, let me play it on the big screen. Fuck that shit. No, we ain't gonna do that. We gonna copyright me, but you know what time it is, man. We don't play no games, man. I'm tired of y'all over here thinking this shit sweet. Stop telling me to go to other people's page, man. I do not play that shit, not like that shit at all. Because I done been to other people's pages. I done been there, done that, nigga. I done been there, done that, G. I'm tired of that shit. You niggas ain't gonna respect my mind. Then fuck it, G. You just ain't gonna respect my mind. We gonna grow this shit, you know, from the root up, nigga. And that's how we gotta do it then. Fuck it. We ain't paying for no followers. We ain't doing none of that. We doing this the old school way. Cause I'm an old school fool. And I ain't finna break the rules for nobody. You can bend them bitches, we ain't breaking them though. You can bet your ass on that. But my thing is the weak boxing talk. You know, if you gonna do it for the bag, man, you gonna do it for the bag. But don't be going over here
talking crazy to other people while you doing it for the bad. And when people talk crazy to you, you gonna have to just let it be because nigga, you the one that flip flop and then you try to explain why you flip flop. There's nothing you can say or do to turn back the hands of time of what you said about Shakur Stevenson and what you said about Devin Haney. And that there is gonna be locked in and loaded until you just say, okay, I'm doing this for the money, nigga. These Tank fans sweet, just like Turkey. Turkey sweet, man. These Tank fans sweet, man. They do cash app, suit, check, and everything in between, man. I fuck about the merchandise and more shit, nigga. I ain't gonna be talking crazy to the Tank fan, nigga. Tank face of Boston. Why wouldn't I? Need a black face of Boston. I can't be making out. If I could, I'd just make Canelo pay. But Canelo, man, you know, he Mexican, man. You know, he a nigga, man. I got it. You know what I'm saying? Jump on that Tank bandwagon, man. You know, when you got the best dope, you got to sell the best dope, man. So you got to make a Tank pay. He the best. You know what I'm talking about? Get the, feed the family like that, but you know what I'm talking about? I'm just saying, man. Is you recording me? Man, come on, man. Man, don't record me, man. You record what I said. I was just playing, y'all. Nah, I'm gonna clip that, nigga. No, I'm gonna clip that like I clip all your videos, nigga. Yeah, I gotta clip all your videos, man, because you be saying things that I be liking sometimes. And, you know, when I clip it, it's like, damn, why did you flip the script? Now you don't sound nothing like this. You're talking like you're a different person. Did somebody do a body snatcher? Did somebody take this man's brain and put it inside of another body? That is a serious question because I think that can happen, especially when a man just totally flip flops like crisscross. Did I pass it? I think I passed it, yeah. Sorry, gotta go back. Moving too fast. Trying to get to the bag of gold. Trying to get to this great, great boxing content. Wise words from a wise man. You know, when you hear wise men, like when you in a room with somebody, I teach my kids, always find out who is the smartest person in the room. Because that's the person you need to watch. That's the person you need to know what type of spirit he has. Because a person that is smart can manipulate people. You want to gain the knowledge from him, but you don't want to stop watching his wicked ways. Because he's smart enough to manipulate people. Wise words.
So if you Shakur Stevenson, bro, if you Devin Haney, do not make the mistake of trying to please people, bro. Do not make the mistake of trying to. I'm gonna try to, I'm gonna become more fan friendly, bro. I'm gonna go for the knockout. Nah, bro. You fight your fight. If your shit is hitting and not getting hit, you do that shit. Damn what everybody else say, bro. Because at the end of the day, if people rock with you, bro, they gonna rock with you. And if people hate on you, they gonna hate on you. Cause the same segment of people that's calling Shakur Stevenson and Devin Haney boring right now, bro, them same segment of people, if you try to become more exciting as a fighter, and you get your ass whooped, they ain't gonna be like, well, shit, I fuck with Shakur, man. He exciting, bro. Nah, they gonna be like, he got his ass whooped, he got knocked out, he got exposed. Cause you was trying to please their ass, bro.
Hmm. Ain't nowhere in the world you can come back from saying something like that, nigga. Hmm? No way in the world you can come back from that. You're just talking to the choir now, man. Everybody's just following you because they need somebody to help save Tank. Everybody know that, you understand me, Tank ain't finna try to fight nobody. He would have been tried to fight Shakur Stevenson, man. You'd have been tried to fight that brother, man. You'd have been got him out of there with that fat ass mouth. You know, he got a fat mouth, remember? He got a fat mouth, remember? You ain't got him out of there yet. Okay. Well, you know, we want to get this guy out of here, man. You know, I told this guy that's where I was at. That's where I went. I'm blocked, so they didn't see me. You didn't see me. I typed it in there to let you know I was blocked. That's the end of that. Don't tell me to go somewhere else, man. You know, I'm trying to, keep it focused, man. You know me. Back to boxing, man. I just wanted to do that little escapade right there. All right, so where we at? Canelo Alverez. We went over that topic. We went over, we was on Tank, fucking with Turkey. That's where we was at. We was on Tank fucking with Turkey. And Turkey fucking with Tank. Turkey been trying to recruit Tank. If Turkey don't get through the Tank, man, I mean Tank really don't want to fight. Because Turkey can offer the most, not the least. PBC been playing with Tank for the longest. Everybody know Tank think he better than Floyd. And Floyd don't like nobody to be better than him. That's a fact. We see that through the way he talk. Yeah, we see that the way he talk, G. You know, he said that Canelo was easy. He was easy work. You know what I'm saying? Like great boxers talk cocky. You know, we hear Tank talk cocky, but he ain't backing that shit up, G. You want to start with Mario Barrios? That's the biggest, baddest, and toughest. You want to start with Mario Barrios? That's the biggest, baddest, and toughest. Mario Barrios is a punching bag. He always fades in the 8th round or so. And that's what Tank did. He knew he was a front runner. I said it, man. You know, these guys are PBC guys. These are PBC guys. And, you know, you can't mention Al Heyman without mentioning Floyd Mayweather. I'm sorry. You're going to learn, man, once, you know, you get guys saying shit like that, man. What else can you do besides either bow on bending knee to the PBC or you know, go ahead and let them use you and abuse you or buy yourself out your contract like Floyd did with Top Rank. You know what I'm saying? Go deal with some Turkey, man. I'm pretty sure the PBC will let you deal with Turkey anyway because they dealing with Turkey. Yeah, the PBC dealing with Turkey. I guarantee you the PBC dealing with Turkey. You know why I know? Check this out, Chief.
Excuse me. We're going to be okay. And a lot of times fighters say, oh, yeah, I'm with Al Heyman, but I'm not with Floyd Mayweather. Well, you know, if everybody knows, Al Heyman and Floyd Mayweather is one.
Hey, when he said that, he blinked his eye. What that mean? Because it ain't no lie blink. It's one of them blinks like, yeah, nigga.
Real quick step. Different. Excuse me. We're going to be okay. And a lot of times fighters say, oh, yeah, I'm with Al Heyman, but I'm not with Floyd Mayweather. Well, you know, if everybody knows, Al Heyman and Floyd Mayweather is one. Real quick step. Different fighters saying PBC, PBC. Okay. In June, when Tank get in the ring, you gonna see PBC. Like I said before, still my company.
But what? Floyd, explain that, because, you know, they not gonna understand.
So but I understand business. But I understand business.
Right.
No, Canelo, I mean, I don't, listen, I never had anything against Canelo at all. Never. Our beef was in the ring. We just was competing just to see who's the best. There really wasn't no beef. No beef. You just want to match. I want to take my skill sets. I want to take my skill set, since I feel it's the best, and match against another fighter who feel like his skill set is the best.
In terms of my prediction for the fight, I go out there for a few jabs, land the right hand straight in his chin and knock him the fuck out.
Fuck out of here. Like that energy, Edgar, huh?
He's smoking a pipe.
Oh, I was gonna say, I don't know what the reference is. Your prediction for this fight, main event, your backyard, this moment.
He fuck gonna be the 18th first round knockout.
First round.
He come to fight. If he come to fight and don't run like a bitch, because he got Andy Lee training him, so I already know what type of time Andy Lee's on. He gonna be on that boxing shit. You know what I'm saying? He gonna be running around the ring like a ballerina. If he comes to fight the first round, what type of time Andy Lee's on, he gonna be on that boxing shit. You know what I'm saying? He gonna be running around the ring like a ballerina. If he comes to fight the first round, I'm knocking him out. Bad, like super bad. I'm knocking him out.
Do you think he stands in the middle with you and fights, as you say, in the first round, or do you think he boxes with you?
I don't know. See, I talked a lot of shit. So,
bro, how you talking about boxing when you ran 12 rounds from Canelo?
Shut the fuck up.
Cállate la boca.
That's right. Cállate. Shut the fuck up talking about that boxing shit. Yeah, that's what he should do. Go out there and box you to death. Go out there and stick and move like Devin and what's his name? Karen. Pull a Karen on you. You know, pull a Sweet Pea, pull a Shakur. Pull a Tank. Pull a Floyd. You know, pull one of those. Please. That'll be my pleasure. Yeah, man, so we ain't gonna pull the plug on you yet, Tank. We're gonna give you an opportunity to beat Lamont Roach. Okay, church? We're gonna let him beat Lamont Roach, right? We're gonna knock him out, right? Because, you know, the fight fans say it's win, it ain't win, baby, win no more. I said, the fight fans say it ain't win, baby, win no more. Shh. So, you know me. Yeah, that means Tank finna knock Lamont Roach out. Ben Israel, Shalom. What's up? Yes, sir. We got my boy Ben Israel in this motherfucking chat. What's the business, man? I'm just trying to figure out, is it win, baby, win? Is it win, baby, win if Tank don't knock out Lamont Roach and just get a victory? Now, y'all know I think Lamont Roach gonna win, but I'm just saying. You know, we look at both sides, and, you know, Tank can win. I think he needs a knockout to beat Lamont Roach. What do you think? I think Tank Davis need to knock Lamont Roach out early, because if it get past 7, if it get past 7, it's gonna be rough for Tank. Like I said, boy, this shit is crazy out here. The way Turkey running the game, niggas been getting upset left and right because they stepping up their level of competition by fighting for the bag. They fighting for the bag, y'all. They celebrating losses because they got paid, doing parades and shit. That's what they doing, man. Just me and my horsey and a quart of beer, riding across land, kicking up sand. One lone beastie B.I.B. Riding through the house with nobody. Beastie Boys. We was playing Beastie Boys yesterday. And boy, look here, we made some people mad. They said we was racist. Nigga, don't you know the Beastie Boys kept niggas dancing back in the day when they first came out? Yeah, man. You know, the Beastie Boys kept us dancing, man. With some white boys that we like. We liked their music, man. You know, they love our music, man. Y'all love us. You love me. Say it with me. You love me. Say it with me one more time. I like the way it sounds. I love you. Say that. I love rude exposure. Say it with me one more time. I love rude exposure. Alright, now that's what I'm